First, we're very
Thank you
happy
much.
to see you back in India, safe. That was, I think, the first objective of the entire country, to see you back safe and sound.
Khalistani terrorists and extremists have always been a threat to us, and their threatening postures continue. There were threatening postures. They would come physically very close to me, but not as far as we could be bodily harmed.
At any sense, did you feel any danger to yourself and your family, especially after the things soured in the last week or so before your exit?
I would say our close protection was increased, which was being provided by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and the safety was taken into account according to their own assessment. But yes, the Khalistani terrorists and extremists have always been a threat to us, and their threatening postures continued.
In the past, were there any direct attacks on you by the Khalistanis?
Direct attack, there were threatening postures. They would come physically very close to me, but not as far as we could be bodily harmed. So I was never bodily harmed, and the RCMP and the local police together saw to it that harm doesn't come to me.
But they came close enough. Were they armed Khalistanis? How could they come even in the line of sight close to where you were? Anything that you can share with us?
In most of the places wherever I would go for my public event, which will be largely with the Indian nationals and Canadians of Indian origin, and that would be basically to promote India-Canada relations and to see what new can be done in order to move forward. So any such venue outside, there will always be the Khalistani elements, pro-Khalistan elements around that venue, and they would shout slogans which will be derogatory to India. They will gesture actions which would be derogatory and disrespectful to India and me.
So do you think this is a widespread reality of pro-Khalistani elements being part of the Canadian institutional system?
Absolutely, you're absolutely bang right on that. And what we have seen is that most of the Canadian institutions will have people from the Indo-Canadian community who would be sympathizers, at least, if not themselves as the promoters of anti-India sentiments as well as pro-Khalistani elements. So these people were spread all over the places. First information which we provided to them were regarding those who were in Canada. And as now it is a public knowledge that there were such 26 extradition requests pending for a long time. Some of them have been acted upon, most of them have not been acted upon. But in addition to this, there were some arrest requests as well. In that context, Goldie Brar was one of them. We informed them about Goldie Brar. We gave them the dossier on Goldie Brar, plus many others. There is a civic organization known as BOLO, which basically publishes the most wanted list loosely on behalf of the Canadian authorities. They cannot do it themselves. So in one of their most wanted lists, Goldie Brar was very much there, and there was a reward on his head, etc. But later on, we didn't find his name appearing in the most wanted list in Canada. So our feeling is that there is something amiss. Either our seriousness is not very well understood, or there is a pandering to those criminal elements.